folks, welcome back to, I'm very animated apparently, hello there folks, welcome back to an episode of the Roadtrip series. Today, the Champions League, forget about it, that's next time. Today though, we focus on a semi-final in the German Cup as well as a league game against Wolfsburg, and we find out, this is why I'm excited, we find ourselves top of the league table, 69 points level with Bayern Munich, who just dropped some points to Freiburg. I mean, it's big news, and their recent form, I did not notice, is bad. We were part of that, of course, but they've also now got out of the Champions League as well. That may give them a slight advantage going into the final 4 league games, but 4 games to go. This is one of those. I'm going to show you every single game now from now until the end of the season. As some people are pointing out, this could well be the final series or the final season of this series if we obviously win or get to the Champions League final. It doesn't even matter if we win it, we just have to get to the final. PSG standing our way, that comes tomorrow. But before we kick things off then, let's take a look at the team that faces Borussia Mönchengladbach, better known as BMG. Very much like BMW, but they don't make cars. So not really like BMW. Okay, for this game, folks, we are going relatively full strength for this. We're going to put our best foot forward. Chimenzi is going to be in goal, the penalty-saving hero. We've got Vinicius, Silva and Engler at the back, Insigne just in front, Paslak on the right-hand side, Quimby just ahead with Tolga on the left-hand side, just Gerald, Omar Yilmaz and Muller up top through the middle, who is scoring goals for fun. Luka Jovic is going to be very disappointed that he's not really featuring, but as you've seen recently, Matthias Muller scoring goals all over the place. Didn't get one against Kaiserslautern, but do not fear, he'll be back in form anytime now. If he's not, then obviously he's a lie, and I feel sad about it. But let's get into the game. So it's a German Cup semi-final. I would very much like to go through in this. They are playing a 4-2-3-1 formation, and there's not many players that I recognise. Danilo isn't even a Danilo that we would have known the name of. And apart from that, there may well be someone that you recognise, but forgive me, like Fabian Rees. I'm sure someone may well have noticed. And up top, Puleo is a regen from Albania. Oh, the homeland of Andy Tannoy. They gave us points in Eurovision as well. I'm taking responsibility for that. The United Kingdom Albanian relations were certainly strengthened by me. And when I say strengthened, I mean forged. If you're from Albania, just let me know in the comment section. I'm interested. I imagine there's statues of me in Albania. Oh, there probably isn't. There should be, but probably isn't. All right, I expect you to come back after this match as finalists. And they seem a little bit motivated, not massively motivated, but we'll see. We'll see if that means victory for us today. Is there enough motivation in this squad? Does the German Cup mean as much? Of course, we're challenging on 3 fronts right now. We're on for a treble. It would be very me to get none of them, but we are on for a treble, and Bayern Munich are no longer in this competition, so it should be an easy route to the final of the German Cup, and it should be an easy win. And oh my good grief, 10 minutes in, Matthias Muller has pulled off an absolute blaster. That's not a phrase I often use to describe goals, but there it is. I've got the exclusive Dr. Benji mug. I'll have a scenes mug soon, I'm excited. We can see here then, just Gerald plays it into the feet of Muller. He carries it quite a long way actually, and then just slides it into Muller, who takes one touch. Oh my word, the technique, the skill, the precision. Muller with a goal, 1-0, and I tell you what, BMW are in trouble here. Insigne into just Gerald. He's got options left and right, but he's going to go backwards. I like that. I like the fact that we're prepared to keep the ball in tight situations. Insigne into Quimby now. Muller on it again. Just Gerald. Oh, it's cleared though, and maybe a chance. Though he's not as bad as that Albanian striker, but he's lost out there. And Insigne gathers it into Quimby. And I tell you what, we are a force. I love this formation. I really do. The overlap on that right-hand side. Look at the movement from the pair of them. It opens up gaps all over the place. Gives just Gerald room to manoeuvre. Paslak right side, darting down that right side as he does. Into Muller again. Oh, it's a second goal of the game. A slight deflection, but he's given the goal. It's 2-0, 15 minutes. Matthias Muller, I told you, he'd be back today, and he's proven me right. He loves the cameras, unlike that Defoe guy at Stuttgart we had. Paslak, ball in, whipped in. What on earth is this? Muller finishes it off. 2-0. I mean, give me the trophy for this competition. This is only the semi-final, Ben. Calm down. Tea. A few of you today might be wondering what's in the tea. It's just tea. Yeah, that's all it is. Omar Yilmaz has picked up a bit of an injury. What sort of injury is it? A twisted knee. That's never good. So at half-time, we're getting him off instantly. We've got some big games coming up. I can't afford for him to get injured anymore. I'm very happy with the way things are going, though. Keep it up, lads. And as I say, the change is coming in then. We'll bring on... Ivan's not on the bench for whatever reason. So we're going to play Luka Jovic out on the right-hand side. Maybe that's his calling. And frankly, I want to give him game time so he doesn't get all stroppy. So we'll see how that goes. Oh! They've scored. Free kick. Puleo with the goal, of course, the striker that we talked about before. I don't know what... I mean, I'm not sure what our wall were doing there, but as he steps up then, he drills it in that bottom corner. Chimenzi, well, it kind of goes under him. It's a good strike, firm strike. Everyone looks upset about it, though. Oh, my dearie me's. Okay, half an hour to go. Still in the lead. I want to get to a final, as many finals as possible. You know, I want to go out with a bang here in the Road Trip series. And, you know, Ben Sports News is loving it. He's texting me every day. Get me back in this. Sure, shut up. There's a reason you're not in this, and I don't want to explain why. Okay, there maybe will be a final chance for us. There's about 10 minutes to go, so maybe not final quite yet. As, oh no, we lose the ball in the middle. Paslak, and now they bring it forward. Silva gets there first, though. Vinicius tidies up 2, and all the way back to Chimente. As this attack develops, we're going to bring Munkuru on for Just Gerald in the centre, keep things fresh. We've got a league game as well today against Wolfsburg, so I want to be ready for that one. As the ball's put up towards Muller, and Tolga gets there first. Tolga, left side, into Just Gerald. He's got a man to his right-hand side and finds Quimby. Quimby out to Paslak on this right-hand side. We know how deadly he can be. Ball played in, Just Gerald was there, but it is cleared, and maybe BMW have got a chance to break, but no, Insigne again works so hard for the team, gets the ball back. Tolga, left side, whips in the ball. Muller's there for a hat-trick. It's 3-1. It's game over, and I must say, managing a German side in Germany, as you're likely to do, having a player called Muller up top, scoring the goals for you, everything about that feels right. There's been Mullers throughout history that have performed at the highest level for Germany, and I think Matthias Muller could be the next one of those. Will there be another goal in the offering here? Englert's got it. We're attacking sort of, but we're doing it quite calmly, quite patiently. Munkuru, the substitute, back on it. Munkuru, strike from distance, just wide. And 3-1 with about 5 minutes to go. We'll make another change, shall we? Just to waste a little bit of time. We'll bring on Berchtold for Quimby in the centre, for nothing more than just to waste an extra minute. Well, it could be Borussia Mönchengladbach with the final say. Not on this occasion. There's around 10 seconds to go, and that, my friends, should be time. As Chimente clears this with the final kick of the game, it goes towards Muller, who gets a header on it. I mean, not the final touch of the game, not even close. Tolga brings it forward. I'm assuming this is it, but Tolga hasn't finished, apparently, as the ball's knocked out for a throw-in. Surely, referee. Come on. Okay, there we are then. Dortmund 3, Borussia Mönchengladbach 1, and we get ourselves the win. Passionately say, congratulations, lads. You've all dreamt of playing in the final, and now you're going to be doing it. I'm delighted for you. And there we are then. German Cup final. Matthias Muller, 7 goals in the competition. Just Gerald with 4. We've been on fire throughout the tournament, and we now come to a huge league game. We've got to stay on top of the Bundesliga, and we'll have to see how we do. I just got an achievement there. On a roll. What does that mean? On a roll means your team hasn't lost in 20 matches. That's quite impressive. As we get a little bit of money for that as well. There's a press conference there that I'll leave to the assistant just for now as we're recording a video. And yes then, first division game coming up. Wolfsburg, currently in 6th. They are fighting with 4 other teams or so for that chance at well, not a Champions League spot, but a European spot. It's interesting to see there that Stuttgart also involved. Dresden not they're going to be safe, so the former clubs are covered. They're doing okay, and now it rests on me and Dortmund to stop Wolfsburg from taking that position from Stuttgart. So I'll see you in a moment for that game on the other side of this. Okay, folks, second game of the episode. Wolfsburg, the opposition, and a couple of changes in the squad for this game. We're going to play Berchtold in the centre instead of Quimby, and Ivan on the right hand side instead of Omar Yilmaz, just to freshen things up in the centre. Also, one more change I was going to show you live on camera is Tolga goes off and Khalifa Khalafa comes in for him on that left hand side. Everything else though remains the same. We could have given Nick a game today, but I'm going to keep the consistent lineup, and hopefully these boys will get the job done early. We can take them off and prepare them for the big games coming up against Paris Saint-Germain. So let's submit the team and get into it. Apparently Kramer's been in the game today, so Quimby gets a spot on the bench. Okay, they're playing Kuki up front, one of the top goal scorers in the league. 28-year-old Spaniard will be familiar to a lot of you, I'm sure. 17 goals this season. He's prolific for them in a Wolfsburg shirt. And there's a few other names I'm sure you recognise there. Schneider being the main one, of course, a player that we had at Stuttgart. Got an £11.75 million move. 8 goals, 9 assists. Having a great season at Wolfsburg, and someone we need to keep our eyes on today. Everything else, though, I think looks pretty formidable. Formidable looks pretty familiar. Ginter's there, though. I'm sure we had him at some point. Did we have Ginter? No, we didn't have... I mean, he was at Dortmund, but not when we were here. Maybe someone we looked at. I think that might have been it. Anyway, let's get into the game then. Hopefully we can get ourselves a win and carry on topping the Bundesliga table. Right, 20 games without defeat. We really are. Like, when I saw that a moment ago when I got the achievement, I was surprised that we'd got it. But regardless, we're looking good so far this season. And if things carry on like this, then we're on for it. Obviously, the problem is when you're on a run like this, you expect at some point there will be a slight drop-off. And that is the concern. That if that drop-off happens, it will affect everything else, which will be the biggest problem. Hopefully we can avoid that today. As a sale of this, there's a chance maybe for Wolfsburg very, very early on. Schneider on this left-hand side, ball played in. Vinicius clears, just Gerald heads away, and we're calm. We're very calm. I think at this point, we'll move it got to that point in the season where we'll move this up to the top 10, and we'll bring in the latest scores. We'll keep an eye on what's happening elsewhere. Of course, we're now keeping a close eye on what happens with Bayern Munich, and they're currently losing to Hamburg. My word, as Ivan brings it forward for us then on this right-hand side, pulls it back to just Gerald, and oh my God, what a save that is from Bosbach in the Wolfsburg goal. Really good chance for Gerald, doesn't quite convert though, as Berchtold puts it in again. Bosbach with the save, and interestingly then, Bayern Munich, they've equalised. I take it all back. They've equalised very, very quickly. But if Hamburg can do a bit of a job for us today, then that would give us a little bit of an advantage. Obviously, if it is a draw, it gives us that leeway that if we draw, everything's going to be fine. Regardless, though, 0-0 at half-time, not really what we're looking for. But we'll go into the second half. We'll change nothing, but we'll get aggressive with them. I'm not happy with the performance out there. They look fired up. Only Englert seems a little bit miffed by it, but we'll deal with that. If he has a problem, we'll get him off. But yeah, I feel like if you can fire them up for the second half, they'll come out all guns blazing. There's a lot of stake here, and I can't have them messing it up. And as I say, I love this, right, just Gerald, nearly at 70%. Okay, well, Bayern Munich is saying, well, if you're not going to try, we are. And they've put pedal to the metal. I'm going to bring Gerald and Yilmaz on in forward areas. Take Gerald off, bring Mankuru on in a forward area with Yilmaz, and hopefully we can find the opening in the final half an hour. It may well be time for Luka Jovic to come on. I mean, there's 10 minutes to go, and nothing's happening. I know what everyone's sitting there saying. I know, I can read minds. You're all going, you're on standard. You've been on standard all game against Wolfsburg. We'll go attacking now. You're right, I have. Mainly because we haven't lost in 20 games. And that's kind of what I've been doing. Hamburg, by the way, are on the fight back. 10 minutes to go. Could they be the team to help us out here in a big way? 10 minutes to go. Can Dortmund find a winner? At this point, folks, we need a winner. 3 games to go in the league. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. We can change something tactically. Maybe we'll exploit both flanks. Do you know what? We're going to push everyone up a little bit more. Insigne's going to be pushed up. Khalifa Khalifa pushed up. Paslak, Omar Yilmaz. We're just going to start piling bodies towards the middle. Just pile forward. I realise that a loss here would be stupid, but with 3 minutes to go, we've tried to put pressure on. It's not happened. It's going to be 0-0. Bayern Munich in a 5-3 with Hamburg. And, we've had some poor results in recent times. There's occasional draws slipping into our game, which we could do without. And here's another one. I should have gone attacking, I'll openly say now, I should have gone attacking earlier. I was caught up in the whirlwind of the game. Sometimes as a manager, you make mistakes. Our defensive record, by the way, 19 goals conceded is absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, we'll take a look at the league table, and we'll see where that leaves us all in all. I'm a bit annoyed about that. I think to have such a great result in the cup, and then to fall. Bayern's probably not a slip-up, arguably. We've won all the rest of our games, but the 0-0 against Wolfsburg there, that might come back to haunt us. We've dominated the game by and large, and it leaves us now with 2 massive games coming up then. The Champions League semi-final first leg against Paris Saint-Germain, following that up with the game against Stuttgart, of course, one of our former teams, and then Paris Saint-Germain again. That may well be a 3-game episode. We'll see how things work out, but there's potential for that, and I'm looking forward to it. If you're looking forward to it, drop a like on today's video. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel, and we love, with care, from your attention. Until next time, I'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.